Here we go then. It's time to race in Mexico City, a place which gave Honda their first ever victory back in 1965. American Richie Ginther won from third on the grid. And what are the Honda-powered cars this year? Well, Red Bull have been going strong here in recent seasons, so can they keep that record going today? At 2,285 meters above sea level, the thin air of the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez poses a unique challenge, not just to a driver's skill, but to the efficiency of their engines as well. 17 corners make up a lap of this 2.6-mile circuit, and you can expect incredible speeds in excess of 220 miles per hour. And overtaking too, into the hard braking zones of turns 1 and turn 4. Joining me for today's race once again is Anthony Davidson. Let's talk about Joker. That was a great win in the last race. Can they keep that momentum going this weekend?
It's always nice to come into a Grand Prix weekend on a high, but your expectations are based much more on your practice and qualifying runs. So it's the momentum from those sessions that they'll be hoping to carry into the race today.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Valtteri Bottas lines up on pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Hamilton, Leclerc, Sergio Perez and Ricciardo, Gasly, Tsunoda, Giovinazzi and Sebastian Vettel, Sainz, Russell, Esteban Ocon. They've taken a grid penalty, and Norris, Mick Schumacher, Massa, Nicholas Latifi, and Nikita Mazepin. Stroll, they'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Joe, Markelov, and Joker. And now it's time to head down to the track.
Hello there everybody and welcome back to career mode. We are on the grid in Mexico. No quali due to taking penalties, but it's lights out and away we go here. And we have made a semi-decent start, but the second phase, the AI have just got away from me a bit. Look at the slipstream they're all getting into turn 1 here. It is quite crazy normally. But we're just hanging back and then trying to nip down the inside to gain maybe a couple of places. Guan Yu Zhou was a little bit wobbly on the exit there, so we're able to get him and a couple of other cars. So we are up into P19. We have gained 3 places off the start. However, Latifi having a look up the inside. That's not happening there. We're going to try and take Stroll and Mazepin for good measure. But Mazepin holding on to the inside there. But we're now going around the outside. We've gone around the outside of Mazepin. Can we get the other Haas as well? And we're also having a look at Russell at the same time. But we've run off the circuit almost. But we managed to keep it on. And that is both Hasses round the outside of those 2 corners. And we have made some real gains here. Up into P16. Make that P15 we're looking at for the end of the first lap. So really not a bad first lap at all. And in fact we're going to take a dive up the inside here. And that's quite an easy move on George Russell. So P15 from P22. Having a look at Felipe Massa down the inside there. That's a gap that was always going to close on me. And also, secondly, teammate, what the hell? Why are you so low down the field? Come on, lad, I don't pay you for this. Shake a leg. But yeah, so currently Massa down in P14. 13 even, because I think somebody pitted ahead. So, both Joe H2O cars out of position, and we're hoping to move forwards. But first things first, I think I've got to get the jump on my teammates. So we're going to go down the inside here. Massa's giving me room. We're both side by side. Felipe, Joe is faster than you. Get out the way. Massa's still fighting this one. Not willing to accept so easily. But I'm going to now try and go to the inside. Massa once again looking to the outside. That was wheel to wheel there for both Joe H2O racing cars. Neither one wanting to yield. But I think Massa there just giving up in the end and allowing me to take the position. And I do thank you for eventually giving me the position, although you made it hard for me to get it. Right, next up is Sebastian Vettel for P12 in the Aston Martin. And, well, that's a fairly easy manoeuvre to make on him, where he's now coming back at me down the inside, and I'm round the outside again. It's going to be like the move on Massa, but I'm going to try and get it done. and Vettel just keeping the position. So fair play to Sebastian Vettel. That's great racing from him. I'm sad to see him this far down because we were racing for the win between us in Canada not so long ago this season. So where's your form gone, Vettel? Anyway, I think Massa made contact with me while I was making that mistake, so he's now coming to fix it. We've gone down the inside on the grass to try and not hit Sebastian Vettel, but we have got that move done, and good for us as well. That is now P12, and we are just outside the points. And there is a colossal jam of cars here. There's like 4 of them all racing each other. We're going to go around the outside here, and we have managed to take 2 of those cars. What a move round the outside of the stadium as Italian Jesus goes to make his pit stop. But look at this, round the outside here. And that is an overtake that I am proud of. So, P9 catching Esteban Ocon. Can we catch the Alpine driver and maybe have a look at overtaking him? That's definitely something I would like to do. We are pushing very hard to do it. We are making an epic comeback through the field here as we are now up into P9. Staying right with Esteban Ocon. Yuki Tsunoda just a bit further ahead. And this is going to be us now trying to get past Esteban Ocon. He's going to hold the inside line. We're going to go to the outside, and this should be a pretty straightforward overtake. Ocon is fighting me down the inside, but round the outside we go. Run him out of room a little bit there, and that is P8. Right, next up is Tsunoda. Daniel Ricciardo in the McLaren is a little bit further in the distance, and I'm trying to figure out what the best way to pass Tsunoda is. Can we do it at the end of Sector 2? I don't think so, because we're not that close to Yuki just yet.
No issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them.
And I'm just having a look at the... Are my tyres okay as we try to catch Tsunoda around Sector 2. And like I said, getting past the end of Sector 2 there, that's not going to happen because he is just that little bit too far ahead of us. So I wonder is the best bet to slipstream him on the straight, get close round here, and then nail him into turn 1. Is that doable? Round the last corner we go, trying to stay with Yuki Tsunoda, but the exit he gets out of that last corner, out of Piratella, is insane. But we've now got overtake on, DRS on, closer we get, closer, closer, closer. We're not going to be able to dive down the inside, but what I am going to do is carry more speed in the outside, run to the outside, then dive up the inside of the chicane. And that is the move done on Yuki Tsunoda. And as you can see here, a bit further up now is Daniel Ricciardo and Charles Leclerc having their own battle for what I think is P5. And I think Gasly is ahead of them in P4. So that's an incredible drive by Pierre Gasly, if that is him, just ahead of these two. These two are currently having their own battle. Ricciardo seeing off Leclerc, and that has brought me just that little bit closer to them. And that is good for me, as I am pushing as hard as I can. I believe that we have the pace here to get onto the podium. Ooh, very sideways out of there. But like I said, I believe we have the pace to get on the podium, but I'm always pushing for the win. Always the win. Never anything but the win. But if we can't get the win, the next best thing. That's always my goal. Drive to win. Push as hard as we can at each race. But yeah, some of the leaders have started to pit now, and Bottas being the only one staying out. And we're going to try and run long here and hope that that can help our strategy. We are now leading because Bottas has finally made his pit stop. Verstappen is the next car behind us. Then it's Hamilton. Then it's Bottas. And then it's Tsunoda, who I believe is the other driver who hasn't pitted in the top 5 yet. And I don't think it'll be too long before he pits. So we're currently holding on to that lead. And Verstappen on brand new soft tyres, who I believe will be stopping again, is now coming straight at me. Mazepin's coming out of the pits as Verstappen gets past me on the straight. Mazepin out the pits. He's going to have a great view of this as I go down the inside of Max Verstappen. He holds the outside line, but I'm going to go down, sweep round the outside of the chicane, and get Max down the inside of the last part of it. And that was a great move, and you can see there the action from Mazepin's view. He has a great view of me sweeping it round the outside, diving to the inside of the second part of the chicane, and getting Verstappen, getting ahead of Verstappen and almost running it out of road. Right, next lap we go to cover Verstappen. Verstappen's going to the outside. He has got a ridiculous amount of straight line speed on us. But I'm not going to go to the inside. I'm going to do what I did at Sonoma. Go to the outside, try and get speed for the inside of the chicane. But that's gone wrong. Into Verstappen we go, and round the car goes. We have spun round at the first corner at Mexico City, and that is a big mistake. We have lost the lead. We have lost second. We have lost third. And Daniel Ricciardo trying to get past the fourth as I'm messing with the strategy button. Not the time to be doing that. But that mistake has really cost me. We hit Verstappen, we spun round, and I'm now pitting for another set of medium tyres. I don't know why I didn't just go to the hards then. But whatever, let's now carry on. We are out behind Sebastian Vettel. For the second time today we are behind the Aston Martin. But I'm pretty confident we can get past him quickly. Right. Coming up to turn, what I believe is the second chicane in turn 4. Having a look down the inside, but we are nowhere near close enough to try that move. That move's just an accident waiting to happen. Right, on the straight. Overtaken, DRS at our disposal. We are gaining on the Aston Martin. Gaining on the Aston Martin, but not quick enough to get past the Aston Martin. We're having a little cheeky look down the inside of the first corner before we get to the chicane, and we're just not able to do anything about it. However, we are now back within a second dose of slipstream and DRS. We're going to have a dive up the inside here. Vettel gives us room, but he's able to hold me out around the outside, so I'm now going to try and go around the outside here. We couldn't make it work early on in the race on Vettel, and we didn't make it work there. But now we are coming back to the end of Sector 2, and I am going to have a look up the inside of Sebastian Vettel here and get that move done on him. Vettel trying to hold it out around the outside, but I didn't give him many room to do that at all. Many room. That should be much room. Nice English there, Joe. Right, Charles Leclerc is coming out of the pits, and Sebastian Vettel is having a look at trying to get past me. Leclerc's got a bit of momentum on me here as he's just out the pits. He's forced me to the outside, but that's just enabled me to get the inside here. Meanwhile, Ocon and Ricciardo are battling over 7th, and I've just got myself a 3-second penalty for corner cutting. I have had multiple warnings in this race, and that is deserved. Right, Ricciardo is now going to have a look at Ocon, but I'm going to have a look at trying to get past both of them. It's a dive up the inside. Can we do it? Yes, we can. Another brilliant move at the end of Sector 2 there. And I tell you what, some of my overtaking in this race is world class. I would give myself praise for some of this overtaking. Right, Ricciardo now coming back at me. I've covered him on the outside, covered him on the inside. I'm not sure how many times I'm allowed to weave like that. I think IRO, I probably would have had a black and white flag. Flag! Right, I cannot English today. Right, I would have had a black and white flag for that. Anyway, we've covered Daniel Ricciardo off. Lapping Mazepin again. Is there anyone right behind me? No, there isn't. So I'm now coming into the chicane and hitting the curb, and no! Round it goes! Round it goes again, and that's a front wing gone for us. That is a big mistake at Sector 1 there. Fortunately, the safety car has come out and saved my race there, but wow, that was a stupid mistake to make, and that has knocked me out of the points. But we now have fresh soft tyres, a fresh soft wing, the safety car has come in, and we are racing again, and this should enable me to get past a few drivers quite easily. First up, Ocon, very straightforward move round there. We are now up into 15th place. Right, next up is Italian Jesus and Artem Markelov, and some of these guys are battling. Right, down the outside there, switch to the inside. Wow, the traction we had there to make that move work. That really worked in our favour, as I think Nikita Mazepin in the half letting everybody go, so he is a lap down on the entire field. Not a good day for Mazepin, but we're now going to try and pass Markelov during Sector 2. That's brave. but we managed to make that work brilliantly as we get past Markelov, and for the third time today, I'm approaching Sebastian Vettel to try and overtake him. Whoa! That's a very late dive down the inside there, but we managed to get two of them. I think there's one driver that's trying to hover and get that past, and that's our teammate Felipe Massa. Please don't do that, Felipe. I need these positions right now. Right, into the points we go. I was amazed I was able to get past two cars there. They were all braking, and I was surprised that I managed to not only get past them, but I didn't shunt into anyone. Right, we've got a traffic jam here as I get past Perez and now Carlos Sainz. Look at these cars. There's cars everywhere. I don't know where to go. Oh, I don't want to hit anyone, and I don't want to cause damage. I've hit one car, I've hit another. Trying to avoid everyone. And I'm just trying to nip down the inside of all these cars. And somehow I have got through all of that. There was two AlphaTauris there. I hit a McLaren, which then pushed me into the Ferrari because I nearly lost control and went into the Ferrari there. So I do apologise. But somehow managed to get past an AlphaTauri, a Mercedes, the McLaren as you see here, and the Ferrari. Wow, that was a traffic jam there. I do take responsibility for hitting the McLaren, but when I did that, I nearly lost control and went into the Ferrari of Carlos Sainz, and you can see me now diving up the inside of Yuki Tsunoda. Oh, that was not going to work. Tsunoda coming back on the track, having none of that. I just need to get ahead of him and get 3 seconds. That's all I want. Just get ahead of him, get the 3-second gap, and hold on to 4th, because I think realistically that's the best I can do, especially with this rain coming. Right, we're slipstreaming Tsunoda. We've got overtake at our disposal. DRS has only just been open. We're going to go to the outside. Oh, Tsunoda wise to that one though, trying to force me even further outside, but that just didn't work out. He needed to force me a bit more off the road to get me to back out of that one. I was never going to back out of that. Right, who are we watching here? That's an AlphaTauri in trouble, and indeed that's Pierre Gasly pulling off to retire from the race. That's unfortunate. He was having a good day today, but his teammate Tsunoda is having a great run. Leclerc has dropped behind us.
We're looking into it.
Leclerc has dropped behind us with 2 laps to go, and we are hearing that we have got a problem with the car, and that is not news we want to hear. Is it going to be terminal, and can we keep going for P3? There's 2 laps to go. Can the car just hold on for us, or is that us out? After a recovery drop,
it is 7.2 seconds.
Every time the team radio goes off, it is
ask you to find a safe spot to retire.
Anxiety inducing, and that is it. We are out of the race. We could not hold on to the end. There is a mechanical failure. I do not believe it. After that comeback to be in P3, a mechanical failure gets us with 2 laps to go.
It's a performance to be proud of from our Mexico City Grand Prix winners. Anthony Davidson, what helped them deliver this result, do you think?
Without a doubt, the safety car changed everything today. The key to their success was keeping calm and reacting to the situation quickly. We've seen teams in the past throw away wins because they were too hesitant, but here they were decisive, and that's allowed them to take the advantage.
The drivers are en route to the podium as we speak. What a fantastic win for the Red Bull team. They performed exceptionally today, keeping us firmly on the edge of our seats throughout the entirety of the race. Congratulations to everyone at the team.
I don't have the words. I do not have the words.
So let's review
The
the updated
disappointment
driver's
is
standings.
crippling
It's a
there.
great result for Lewis Hamilton.
I
who moves
pulled
further ahead
that
at the top of the
comeback
table. Now, let's
out of the
discuss
bag,
who would you say is a contender for
and
driver of the day?
Guan Yu Zhou gets my vote
in the
today.
The
end,
Constructors' Championship may be a foregone
a
conclusion
mechanical
at the moment,
failure is
but
what gets
regardless,
us
let's look at
out
the
of the
standings.
race.
It's another clear
But
win for
Verstappen
Mercedes
wins the
as they
race
manage to
anyway. It's
secure the
Bottas in
Constructors'
second,
title.
which
An
will close him
incredible
up to second in the Drivers'
performance for the whole team.
Championship, so
Meanwhile,
not what we
Ferrari
need.
have improved their
Leclerc
position.
finishing
A
third
strong
with
weekend for
Tsunoda
them
up
as
in
they
fourth.
fight their
Great
way
result from
towards the
him.
top.
Hamilton,
After an event
Perez,
like that, who
Vettel
knows what the sport
are
has
the
in
next
store
two
for us
cars,
next
and
time.
both
Be
Williams
sure to
getting
join us
points
again
with
as we
Russell
continue to
ninth
bring
and
you the
Guan Yu
latest
Zhou
excitement
10th.
in
And you can
Formula
see
One.
there, Bottas has closed up in the Drivers' Championship. Oh, that's annoying. That is annoying because we had come back to BMP3 despite our many mistakes in that race, and Red Bull are now closing up in the Constructors as well. Well, thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to leave a like and hit the subscribe button if you are new here. And until the next time, I have been Joe. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, look after yourselves. TTFN guys, ta-ta for now.